Good afternoon and welcome to the latest issue of Print21, the weekly video news bulletin from the ANZ print industry. This issue is sponsored by Fujifilm, value through innovation. Industry news this week led by Bambra Press in Melbourne, which is about to be returned from the administrator into the ownership of former owner John Wanless, thanks to a successful DOCA, deed of company arrangement. Under the DOCA, unsecured creditors voted almost unanimously to accept 20 cents in the dollar from a $1.75 million fund, although Wanless says that won't be the limit of his make good with creditors. The administrator requests all claims of debt by him be in by this Friday. Bambra hit trouble exactly a year ago when a combination of some big bad debts and an 80% collapse in sales, thanks to COVID, meant the administrators took over. Today's business is 40% smaller, with 32 staff remaining from the 55 that were there last May. John Wanless said it's great for the business to get a second chance, rewarding the staff who remained focused through the difficult period. He said, "We're operating at about 60% of the sales of 2 years ago. It's a slimmer operation." The DOCA, while entirely legitimate of course, and a big help to enabling businesses hit by cash flow issues to carry on, remains highly controversial. In this case, some rival Melbourne printers are less than impressed with the deal, claiming they are now having to compete against a company that has been able to shed significant debt through its DOCA, while they've been paying suppliers and creditors in full. Wanless says he's been getting support from the local industry. It's not a perfect world, easy to see both sides of the argument. It's a big week online this week, with a global Dscoop event taking place. Dscoop is the world's biggest graphic arts user group for HP Indigo users. Some 3,000 printers have registered for the event from across the world. It has an Asia-Pacific Japan section, which yesterday saw a panel of Aussie printers share their challenges and opportunities as the country and the world slowly emerges out of COVID. Dscoop APJ Chair Kelvin Gage chaired the event, with Rawson Print Company Managing Director Andrew Price, Clark Murphy Print Director Ben Murphy, Luminaire Managing Director Matt Ellis, joined by Curry Group's Will Curry, taking part. Customer relations, customer engagement, print in a digital world, and digital transition were the key themes emerging. As part of Dscoop, Ben Murphy gave delegates a virtual tour of the Clark Murphy print factory, sharing how the business had grown from offset into now also producing digital, wide format and labels. Go to print21.com.au for the full report on the session. Also meeting this week, but in real face-to-face time, was Women in Print, the relaunched networking event for the industry, with a focus this time on mental health. 5 breakfast sessions taking place around the country, Perth tomorrow and Melbourne next week still to come. The Print21 women were at the Sydney event, which reinforced WIP's 3 purposes: to support the contribution of women in print, to promote the effective networking and mentoring for women from all walks of life, and to promote career paths and encourage women to enter and work in the print communications industry. New technology launches this week came with Canon launching a budget price version of its UV gel printer, the Colorado 1630, 111 square meters an hour, 1800 DPI printer that's modular with field upgradable options. HP launched an upgraded version of its soft signage Stitch S1000 3.2 meter wide printer, which it said provides deep blacks and vivid colours. Staying with wide format, Mutoh Australia has appointed TechCAD to sell and service its printers over in West Australia, and Cactus, Grant Print and Mint Imaging took out gongs in the Outdoor Media Association's Corsair Awards. That's it for this week's issue of Print21. Go to print21.com.au for all these stories and more. Thanks to our sponsor Fujifilm, value through innovation. This is me, Wayne Robinson, signing off for another week.